Good morning, it's Daniel. Today I wanted to share with you this book. This is my original Book of Light. When I started out in Christo Wicca, or Trinitarian Wicca as I was calling it then, it's in kind of bad shape. But I started this book in 1999, and it's still not finished, and I still use it from time to time. But I keep it in a cover. I have this one I use for about 3 of my books, so it kind of protects it, because like I said, it is falling apart. And some of the stuff in here is a bit dated, and I've glued things in. I'll just kind of give you a quick flick through. Like I said, let me think, how old was I in 1999? Oh God, I don't even remember. That was, 15, 16 years ago. But, like I said, I have a lot of things I printed off, glued off of stuff, and like I said, I still use this book. It's still one of my personal favorite Book of Shadows. Actually, I just wrote a poem in here the other day. I'm just kind of slipping through, and this is a circle casting. I don't even use this one anymore, but I don't use everything in this book. There's just little bits of stuff that I do still use. And I never finished all the Sabbath rituals. If you look, when I flip through, some of them are. Most of them have bits and pieces from the book Christian Wicca, the Trinitarian tradition, but then I was starting to write them. I didn't finish everything because I probably had other books I was working on, but I do have, here's a full moon ritual. Like I said, little bits of everything. Just little spells. This is I added a few years ago. It's the Trinitarian Wiccan name for the Sabbath, but that one's a newer edition. I had something else though, and I don't know, something different Christian goddesses. I just took a piece of blue paper, covered it up, glued it to it, and then I added in the months and what the meanings were. Just because this is where I add most of my... Here I am, dropping my phone. But yeah, that's just where I add different stuff. And then, just little bits of stuff. Random, lots of stuff about Mary Magdalene. The goddess Isis, here's an Isis invocation, Osiris invocation, the Lord's Prayer. This is a newer edition. This is one of my favorites, The Invocation of the Witch by Silver Ravenwolf. I think you can normally tell my new editions because I covered up something I didn't want. Here's another aspect ritual, full moon ritual. This is a Bible verse. This is the Witch's Ruin. Again, another modern addition to my book. It's only been the last year or so. Here's a healing rosary spell. This I got from, it can sound like fluffy, about the book Teen Witch when I was younger. I've covered up some of them. This poem I just wrote a few days ago, and I added that. I did this about 4 or 5 years ago. I needed more paper here, so I glued in paper and created more. I have that in a few places, although I still haven't filled it all in, but there's a Christian Creed. I'll read this poem to you. This is something I just came up with a few days ago. I have danced before the Lord with Pentecostals. I have knelt in prayer with Mormons. I have cast spells under moonlight with Wiccans. I have gathered in sacred grove with Druids. I have prayed to Jehovah. I have accepted Jesus Christ. I have experienced the goddess. I have honored the horn god. I have walked between the worlds. Where heaven and earth meet, I am a witch. So call me pagan. Some call me Christian. I call myself a cacique. For well do I know the mysteries, we are one. I wouldn't take nothing for my journey now, no nothing for my journey now, so might it be. That's just my feelings on my path. There's some prayers and stuff. This was from another book that I had that I put notes in and I didn't fill. I just glued them in. I do that sometimes. There's the components of Christo Wiccan, which I don't know when I wrote that, but just some spells, some symbols. My handwriting has definitely improved in these days, and I don't normally use markers anymore. Again, this was 15, 16 years ago when some of this stuff was put in here. Some symbols. This is I have a lot of powwowing stuff in here. I was very involved in that in early Christo Wiccan days. Different stuff, alphabets. There's the Wiccan Oath. This is a full moon ritual, some prayers. I never finished these, but these are the tools I use, but I need to really go through and finish some of this stuff. Just little bits of pictures I cut out and got off the internet. Just ritual prayers. 5 points of Wiccan belief, which comes from the Universal Church of Eclectic Wicca. I don't necessarily believe all these things anymore, but they definitely were part of my path in the beginning. This book, I don't know, I added this in high school when I first got one of books on green witchcraft, I think. Mirror spell. Zeus. A prayer to Ashura, different information, just different stuff here. Here's another wicked aspect spells. This is basic powwowing. Just little tidbits of information and spells and devotion to the horn god information. Just all kinds of little stuff. As you can tell, I glue stuff in, and then I also write stuff in. Oh, here's the Mormon plan of salvation that I copied when I was in class one day, and I don't know why I glued it in here. What is Wiccan to me? Although I don't know if that definition really fits me anymore. There's a lot of correspondences. Here's Wiccan Psalms. Some stuff I didn't finish. Grounding and centering stuff. Wiccan ritual bath. Information about my patron god and goddess, who had nothing to do with Christo Wicca, but it's in now, which is Hera and Dionysus, and I'll do a video on that sometime. Because a lot of the stuff in here uses Hera and Dionysus plus my Christian stuff. Altar setups, prayers, more stuff, sigil spells, spells for protection, some more stuff, pages I glued in that I haven't got finished. Symbol meaning, midnight, candle magic stuff, witch names, spirit guides. This is a prayer of dedication I did on my birthday in 1999. Just little stuff. Charge of the Goddess, which needs to be finished. It's been unfinished for about, 4 or 5 years. And then some pages that I put in there. Bottle spell. This came from one of Lloyd Cabot's books, which I really like. Some different stuff. Petition spell. Blank pages. Oh god. Just little stuff and notes, and I write incense recipes in there sometimes. More stuff. More pages I added in, but never added anything to. A cauldron picture. These are just affirmations that I used to use. Information on different symbols. Information about Ahura Mazda. There's a money spell. This is a fire temple. Not sure what I used that for, where it came from, but oh well. And that's about it. Like I said, I normally I have like 3 of these little cases that I had made by a friend, and I normally keep it covered because it is falling apart. Well, this video is reaching 10 minutes, so many blessings.